Next up, let's talk about managing and viewing roles. So in Power BI Desktop, roles allow you to define row-level security rules and create filtered views to restrict access for or to specific audiences. So in this example here, and in the demo that I'll show you in just a moment, we've created views or roles for each territory manager based on continent: Europe, North America, and Pacific. Now, what's critical to understand here is that this doesn't just apply filters to the front-end report. It actually removes or filters out records in the underlying data model based on the conditions that you define. In other words, if I've been assigned a Europe role, I wouldn't be able to see or edit data related to North America or Pacific. In fact, I likely wouldn't even know that it exists. Now, once you've defined those roles, you can actually view your report as if you were granted those specific permissions. So in this case, we're viewing the report as if we were a user assigned the Europe role. Now, another important comment here: row-level security, or RLS rules, are defined here in Power BI Desktop, but they're actually applied in Power BI Service. So Desktop is where we're defining the logic and configuring these roles, but Service is actually where we assign users to these roles to actually enable row-level security. So let's jump into our AdventureWorks report and try creating some roles. All right, so let's go ahead and try to create those roles based on continent, just like the example we saw. We can head to the Modeling tab, and in the Security group, we're going to click Manage Roles to open up the dialog box. And let's go ahead and add a new role here. We'll give it a title. Let's call this one Europe. And now we're going to define the logic to create each role. And to do this, I'm going to drill into the territory lookup table and add a new rule here. So it pulls in all the fields from that territory table, and we can create basic conditional statements here to define exactly what data a user in this role should be able to access. So in this case, Europe should be able to access any data where continent equals Europe. We can go ahead and click Save. There we go, and then same process here for North America. Add one rule, continent equals North America. So we're keeping things pretty simple here, but you can obviously add multiple layers of rules to make more complex logic. So that one looks good. Let's add one more for Pacific. Add the rule, continent equals Pacific. Press save, and we've got all three of our roles successfully defined. So let's close the dialog box and actually test viewing our report as if we were a user granted these roles. So let's check Europe first. Press OK. So we see the report filter down. We see this header that says now viewing as Europe. But again, we didn't just filter the visuals. We've actually filtered out records in the underlying model. And to prove that's the case, I can head to the Map tab and check it out. All I see is Europe. I see the 3 countries where we're selling product in Europe. I don't even see slicer options for North America or Pacific because I don't even know that those territories exist, let alone have access to their data. And we can stop viewing by clicking this button here. Now we see all of our slicer options. And let's just test the other 2 while we're at it. North America, we see the map immediately filtered down. The slicer removes those other options. And now we're only seeing data related to North America sales. And last but not least, let's check Pacific. Looks good. So our row level security roles seem to be defined properly, but again, we haven't actually applied security yet. That step happens in Power BI Service when we assign individual users to these roles that we just created. So there you have it. That's your quick high-level summary on how to manage and view roles in Power BI Desktop.